Yo! Anyways, 'tis I. You already know what it is, who it is by. 'Tis I. Obviously. 'Tis me. Anyways, look at that leaf. You would never saw this if I didn't show this. Never in your entire life would you see this specific leaf ever in your entire life if I did not show you this leaf. Only 1% of the human population of history, less than 1%, will ever see this specific leaf. You're welcome. Anyways, you already know who it is, what it is, what it do. Yeah, what it do, yeah, what it, oh, shoot my phone, oh no, don't break. It did not break. I hope it doesn't accidentally pause. Hey! Anyways, I'm at the now spot, which is just the Lancaster County Park, recording videos for human beings watching this. Anyways, I memorized Brie Larson as Carol Danvers, Samuel L. Jackson playing Nick Fury, and Clark Gregg as Phil Coulson from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is a show I like, and I already reviewed, so if you want to go watch it. Brie Larson is hot. Not hot, but yeah, I think she's pretty hot. I'm just being honest. I gotta tell you, face to camera. Brie Larson, she has a strong face and she's attractive. I don't know about dating her, all that. Obviously, I'm not worried about that. But I'm just saying, just in general, she has a very welcoming face, but she's always very evidently strong features without presenting it necessarily strong. She just has strong features. So she has she's very believable and understandably, rightfully, I think the right choice to be cast as Captain Marvel. Clark Gregg is just one of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. when he was a young gun. To me, it's just, I like it because I like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So I can be hey, oh, Clark Gregg, yeah, Phil Coulson. And then also, I also like stinking Phil Coulson, Carol Danvers, and there was a human there, so I had to walk away from people and enjoy my privacy. Oh, what was I saying? Clark Gregg as Phil Coulson, Samuel Jackson. Oh, Samuel Jackson, Nick Fury. I mean, people have said that, oh, Nick Fury, you're the black guy in everything. That's not true. If anything, it's Morgan Freeman, who's just a black guy and everything. But again, that's not true either. These are world-class, talented actors. And Samuel Jackson isn't a shtick character. I don't like when people say, oh, he's just a black guy. What's a black guy? Tell me what the definition of a black guy is. Please tell me. What's a white guy? What's an Indian guy? What's a Spanish guy? You know, what is it? I want to know, because it sounds like stereotypical misinformation, not an actual thing. So that doesn't make any sense. There's no I don't know, there's no stereotype of people. Human beings are just human beings. You may see some similar correlations, but really it's just because he gets hype and loud. Nick Cage is yelling all the time. Stinking the guy from what's the movie? The guy from The Godfather. Not Marlon Brando, the other guy. Al Pacino is yelling all the time. You know? So it's yeah. I don't know. That's just bogus. That's what it is. It's just fake nonsense. So, but Nick Cage is really good. Like, to me, Nick Cage, or not Nick Cage, Nick Fury is Nick Fury is Samuel Jackson. Samuel Jackson isn't Samuel Jackson isn't playing Nick Fury. Nick Fury is playing Samuel Jackson in life. That's what it feels like a lot of the time, because it's just how, like, he's always in control. He's always, like, scheming. He's always moving. Not to say, like Samuel Jackson in real life is always scheming, but it's just, like, his vibe is always, like, Nick Fury, like, his secrets have secrets. That's Nick Fury, you know. That's the Nick Fury everyone knows and loves. Like, his secrets has secrets. He's clever. He's quick. And, like, he's always, like, planning something for the best of humanity, in his opinion. Which is, he doesn't really care about superheroes, or he does care about superheroes that, like, are good, but he's pretty much ruthless. He has this, like, controlled, chaotic ruthlessness where he's trying to take care of the world, but he's gonna, like, lie, cheat, and steal. His secrets have secrets. You don't need to know. He's gonna compartmentalize everything for the best, so that no one knows everything, and that only he knows everything when it's appropriate to know what it is. Like, you're in the know when you need to know. All right, you don't need to know all that. The plans are in motion, you know. And for the most part, his plans don't really fail. If they fall apart, it's because of some, like, evil villain or, like, something just unexpected. But Nick Fury's plans don't really fail, and he's always, like, his intentions are always, like, guided for the best for humanity. That being said, I'm talking about Captain Marvel. Why am I spending all this time on Samuel Jackson? Because he's an integral part of just the whole MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, for Marvel movies, which is like Captain America to Iron Man to Hulk to Thor to Black Panther to the entire Black Widow. The entire series is important. So, and he's in this movie, and it's part of his movie too, because it's kind of his origin story. And you get to know, like, he was in the military, then he was like a spy, then he became, you know, the head of the largest international spy organization, including like aliens and superheroes in the world, you know. The head of S.H.I.E.L.D. with his own helicarrier and things like that. So that's pretty cool, and it's pretty. It's pretty important. That's why I spent like a bunch of minutes talking about it. And then you also get it's like a buddy cop kind of thing and you get to see his interaction with Carol Danvers, who is played by Brie Larson. And you get to see her origin story, how she gets her powers. Just, you know, and it's like, this movie is so good. Like, I saw a list of someone saying that this was like the top 10 Marvel movies. And then at first I was like, no, it's not. But it is. It is, I would say, one of the best, like, top 10 Marvel movies. Because this video is probably like 15, 20 minutes. Because it's like, it's not loud. It's not like loud and flashy. It is glamorous in a lot of areas. But it's not like trying too hard. It's not overdone. It's well done. It's like when you cook your favorite meat or you cook your favorite meal properly in the right time by yourself without anyone doing it for you, you know, in your own space, in your own time with the people you care about, or just yourself, you know. There's just something, you can't put a price on that. Even if you hire a chef, if you can just, you know, like, wake up, sleep in, and then make your own sandwich, and you're like, all right, and then you sit and you watch your favorite TV show with or without the person you love, or like your family or whatever. There's no price on that. Like, no chef, no one in your business doing your thing. You're just, you know, you made it. You're in control, and you're just chilling. You know, you're just, you know, it's the authority, but also the freedom and just, you know, the freeness and fluidity of life. And that's that's like in this movie, like, that's what it feels like. It just feels like very, very fluid and very smooth. Like, this is a very fluid and smooth movie. And Carol Danvers is interesting. She, like, start to finish throughout in the whole movie, she's interesting. I care about Carol Danvers. I care about her story. It's interesting. ensemble cast is interesting. There's interesting like characters who aren't the main character. There's interesting like B-roll, you know, and like everything makes sense to the story. It's a coherent piece of filmmaking and just a coherent movie. I gotta check. I think it was directed by a female, but I'm not sure. But I could see it. I could very easily. To me, I feel like a lot. Like you can just see when like a female directs and a guy directs, because there's just like I said, it's like this controlled. Just you know this like this. You could just feel there's more empathy. There's detail. And there's like a softness. Not there's nothing wrong with the male or female, but you can just see the contrast. Yeah, and like, you know, Hollywood's a sausage party, so it's always a nice break. You want a mix. You don't want everything one-sided, is what I'm trying to say. And you could just tell, like, it's different from just the typical stuff. But I just feel like there's a lot of good stuff in this movie that was good. You know, and I cared about Carol Danvers. I cared about Samuel L. Jackson. I really wanted to see his origin story, how he got the eye. Like all the aspects, them versus the Kree and all these things like that. I already had experience with the Kree from watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you know? So it's like, we got all these different things. And I'm really excited to see the Marvels movie, the Marvels movie with Carol Danvers as Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, played by that young woman, and that show is actually good. And then the other woman, I don't know her name, so I'm really excited to see the Marvels movie. I'm actually going to go watch it in theaters. Because again, like, Captain Marvel just laid out a good story. It was a good, like, comic book type movie, but also just a good movie. The elements, the flow of it was very, like, it was good. Like, I don't need to go into the story because it's a good movie. If you watch it, you'll be like, oh, this is good, you know? And because some people can hate that it's like a woman, but they're sexist, okay? So whatever, you know? This was a good movie, bell to bell, cover to cover, curtain to curtain. I just liked it. I really, really liked it. I watched it and like at first I was like, man, I was kind of like complaining and like, oh, this, pointing out like mistakes here, mistakes there. But then like once I just like stopped trying to like insult the movie for being something that hasn't been done or we haven't seen before, then I just like enjoyed it, you know? And like there's a lot of like aspects of it that was like simple. And I I'm not like used to like a lot of like simple Marvel movies because a lot of like the other movies, they have like convoluted beginnings or some part of the movie is convoluted. So like Captain Marvel being just a simple, light and like airy movie was a breath of fresh air and enjoyable. Yeah, so it was good. I don't know. I don't have much to say about it, and I'm not really specifically talking about the film or the movie because I don't want to. I want you to watch it for yourself, or just, you know, if you're never gonna watch it, I don't need to spoil it or review it because you don't really care, and you could just watch the trailer or like a summary of it on YouTube or whatever. I just like reviewing the movies for what they are, and this movie obviously is a piece of the MCU, so you watch how like it affects it. And Carol Danvers is one of the most powerful superheroes in the entire MCU, and she was going toe to toe with Thanos, you know, so you know, without getting her butt kicked, you know. So and she actually was gaining the upper hand before he like was like, ooh, I'm gonna use a Power Stone and F you boom, in the Infinity War. And the Avengers, like, big movie. But I'm just saying, like, it was just like, you have this OP, powerful female character, and it doesn't matter that she's a woman, because it's been a sausage fest in Hollywood, in the movies, so you finally get to see, like, a vulva up there on the screen. LGBTQ plus people, no offense, I'm not trying to make offense, I'm just, statement. It can or can be whatever, I'm just saying, but anyways, but yeah, you finally just get to see like something different on screen, and thinking I want to do Scarlet I meant to do is it Scarlet Widow? I I meant to do the Black Widow movie. I meant to do the Black Widow movie too, because the Black Widow movie was also really good. But the Black Widow movie, I didn't want to watch it, but I ended up watching it, and it like was really, really good. For all the reasons I'm saying now, but in a different way. Scarlett Johansson is like a top tier actor, so that really like blew me out of the water. Just how good like the movie was, and I just feel like a lot of like, honestly, yeah, this is kind of a break, but I just feel like a lot of like we're conditioned to think of movies in a specific way. You know, especially when it's like written by a male, like directed by a dude, and like half the crew are dudes. You know, we're just used to like, you know, that like yeah, that like that just, you know, that edge. You know, so not having that edge in a movie and just having a different movie with a different like plan is just really fun to watch. And I was like thoroughly enjoyed with this movie, and I thought it was like, obviously I just talked about how it's good, but I just thought there's like, I don't know, there's special. This movie is special in the MCU, just like Iron Man is special, just like when Black Panther came out, and it was just, you know, we're just gonna go this direction and balls to the wall and enjoy being different, and yeah. And she has a cool costume. So, anyways, yo, Captain Marvel, really, really good. Brie Larson is a good Brie Larson, again, she's an A-lister. You don't worry about A-listers. Samuel L. Jackson was a great supporting character, but also you got to see his origin story. And the villains were mid. Like, Marvel villains aren't elite at all. They're just, DC is where it's at. DC animated films are better. I love DC myself. I'm a DC person, not a Marvel person. But I watch all the Marvel movies, and I was like, yeah, Marvel's not pretty. Marvel's not bad. I like Marvel, but like I really like DC. And DC has stronger characters, like powerful characters, and better. And their villains are way better, way more like going for it. But I mean, the villains were kind of mid. But I mean, the movie was good. Yeah, and all the villains in Marvel are not that good, so you kind of just, you gotta take what you can get. The movies are gonna be fun, but the villains are gonna be that, because they have to be like, because Marvel is kind of the hardy franchise. It's not the like hardcore, cold-hearted killer like DC is, just full of like sociopaths and murderers and all that stuff. Marvel's not like that. It's like more fun, lighthearted, like family-friendly, good time. Whereas DC is like, it's about butt kicking and just revenge and all that, Batman beating up people in Gotham and all that stuff. But really, I gotta smile because Captain Marvel was just good. So yeah, definitely, honestly, definitely go check it out. Definitely a very super easy, a very easy rewatchable movie is Captain Marvel. Brie Larson, good job.